ओम सहनाववतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। ॐ नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कंदः मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः अथ सप्तविंशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच Let us chant from verse number 1 up to verse number 35. Take those 10 minutes. Chant with all devotion as we do every day. Let this abhyasa become regular so that we are familiar with the Bhagavata shlokas, mantras, and from within the Lord starts revealing those meanings and those joys after understanding those meanings. Om Uddhava Uvacha Kriyayogam Samachakshva Bhavadaradhanam Bravo Yasmat Tvam Ye Yatharchanti Satvataha Satvatarshava Etadvadanti Munayah Muhurnishreyasam Nrunam Narado Bhagavan Vyasaha Acharyongirasasudaha Nisrutam Te Mukham Bhojat Yadaha Bhagavanajah पुत्रेभ्यो भृगुमुख्येभ्यः देव्यै च भगवान् भवः एतद्वै सर्ववर्णानाम् आश्रमाणां च सम्मतं श्रेयसाम् उत्तमं मन्ये स्त्रीशूद्राणां च मानदः एतत् कमलपत्राक्ष कर्मबन्धविमोचनं भक्ताय चानुरक्ताय ब्रूहि विश्वेश्वरेश्वर। श्रीभगवानुवाच न हि अन्तो अनन्तपारस्य कर्मकाण्डस्य चोद्धवा संक्षिप्तं वर्णयिष्यामि यथा वदनुपूर्वजः वैदिकस्तान्त्रिको मिश्रः इति मे त्रिविधो मखः यथा यजेत मां त्रयाणामीप्सितेनैव विधिना मां समर्चयेत् यदा स्वनिगमेनोक्तं द्विजत्वं प्राप्य पूरुषः यथा यजेत मां भक्त्या श्रद्धया तन्निबोध मे अर्चायां स्थण्डिलेग्नौ वा सूर्ये वाप्सु हृदि द्विजे द्रव्येण भक्तियुक्तोर्चेत् स्वगुरुं माममायया पूर्वं स्नानं प्रकुर्वेत धौतदन्तोऽङ्गशुद्धये उभयैरभिजस्नानं मन्त्रैर्मृद्ग्रहणादिना सन्ध्योपास्त्यादिकर्माणि वेदेनाचोदितानि मे पूजां तैः कल्पयेत् सम्यक् संकल्पः कर्म पावनेम शैली दारुमयी लौहि लेप्या लेख्या च सैकति मनोमयी मणिमयी प्रतिमाष्टविधा स्मृता चलाचलेति द्विविधा प्रतिष्ठा जीवमन्दिरम् उद्वासा वाहनेन स्तः स्थिरायाम् उद्धवार्चने अस्थिरायां विकल्पः स्यात् स्थण्डिले तु भवेत् द्वयम् स्नपनं तु अविलेप्यायाम् अन्यत्र परिमार्जनं द्रव्यैः प्रसिद्धैर्मद्यागः प्रतिमादिष्वमायिनः भक्तस्य च यथा लब्धैः हृदि भावेन चैव हि स्नानालङ्करणं प्रेष्ठम् अर्चायामेव तूर्ध्वा स्थण्डिले तत्त्वविन्यासः वह्नावाज्यप्लुतं हविः सूर्ये चाभ्यर्हणं प्रेष्ठं सलिले सलिलादिभिः श्रद्धयोपाहृतं प्रेष्ठं भक्तेन मम वार्यपि भूर्यप्यभक्तोपहृतं न मे तोषाय कल्पते गन्धो धूपः सुमनसः दीपोन्नाद्यं च किं पुनः शुचिः सम्भृतसम्भारः प्राग्दर्भैः कल्पितासनः आसीनः प्रागुदग्वार्चेतु अर्चायाम् अथ सम्मुखः कृतन्यासः कृतन्यासां मदर्चां पाणिनां मृजेत् कलशं प्रोक्षणीयं च यथावदुपसाधयेत् तदद्भिर्देवयजनं द्रव्याण्यात्मानमेव च प्रोक्ष्यपात्राणि त्रीण्यद्भिः तैस्तैर्द्रव्यैश्च साधयेत् पाद्यार्घ्याचमनीयार्थं त्रीणि पात्राणि देशिकः हृदा शीर्ष्णा च शिखया गायत्र्या चाभिमन्त्रयेत् पिण्डे वायुवग्निसंशुद्धे हृत्पद्मस्थां परां मम अन्वीं जीवकडां ध्यायेतु नादान्ते सिद्धभावितां तयात्मभूतया पिण्डे व्यात्ते सम्पूज्य तन्मयः आवाह्यार्चादिषु स्थाप्य न्यस्ताङ्गं मां प्रपूजयेत् पाद्योपस्पर्शार्हणादीन उपचारान् प्रकल्पयेत् धर्मादिभिश्च नवभिः कल्पयित्वा आसनं मम पद्मम् अष्टदलं तत्र कर्णिका केसरोज्ज्वलम् उभाभ्यां वेदतन्त्राभ्यां मह्यं तो भयसिद्धये सुदर्शनं पाञ्चजन्यं गदासीषु धनुर्हलान् मुसलं कौस्तुभं मालां श्रीवत्सं चानुपूजयेत् नन्दं सुनन्दं गरुडं प्रचण्डं चण्डमेव च महाबलं बलं चैव कुमुदं कुमुदेक्षणं दुर्गा विनायकं वा व्यासं विश्वक्सेनं गुरून् सुरान् स्वे स्वे स्थाने तु अभिमुखान् पूजयेत् प्रोक्षणादिभिः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम श्रीसूत शरणं मम श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीकुमार शरणं मम श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम ॐ श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अयं रसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामामुञ्जदकर्हिचित् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादशस्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वा अन्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः ॐ अथ सप्तविंशोऽध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच Salutations to the Lord in all the Avatara Rupa, to the Guru Tattva in all the Guru Rupa, and also to our own Guru, and then the Bhagavata Acharyas. Each one, every day, it is good to remember them, pray to them. Now, here, what we have to know in life is, if we don't know intellectually what for the life is to be lived and how it is to be lived, then we just live as we are living. Sheer wastage of the entire lifespan and the opportunity called as the life. Only in the most grasses the external life. So we have to study Shastra under the Guru, and we must know what are the highest goals that can be possible to be achieved as a human being, and also all the sadhanas. But equally important than this theoretical understanding is, as we are saying every day nowadays, no theory has saved anyone. And whatever theory known, little or lot, whoever have practically done, they only are benefited by it. So, what is the theory? Theory is everything is Paramatma only. Which Paramatma? Nirguna Parabrahma Paramatma. But before we become qualified to contemplate on Nirguna Paramatma and Anubhava, to be able to, because that Nirguna Brahma is very, very sublime, non comprehensible by any of the faculties. Yato vacho nivartante abrapya manasa saha. So, that is that state of self which cannot be apprehended by the antakarana or karmendriya or jnanendriya. But how to become qualified for knowing the truth is, first of all, a very strong, firm faith about that Paramatma is existing. And what helps us to develop the faith about that Paramatma is to accept the presence of Paramatma, who is the cause of this whole universe. That's called as Saguna Sakara Ishvara. This is what in the morning Upanishad class also, exactly same thing we are doing before going to the study of meditation of Nirguna Brahma. We are doing through learning the Upasana of the Saguna Brahma. Before meditation of Nirguna, Saguna Upasana is taught that of the Mahat Brahma. Here also, on the asking of Krishna Uddhava only, Bhagavan is in detail giving about the techniques of practices of Upasana to be done, by which both in us the faith also about the presence of somebody other than me, somebody this world, something other than this world. The faith about the presence of that world, Lord is created, developed, made stronger. Along with that, these upasana prakriyas definitely yield the expected results because the upasya devata, the Ishvara is invoked. He is very much comes, he will definitely come and bless. And in this upasana here, the sankalpa asked for his what? For the karma bandha vimokshanam. What is the karma bandha vimokshanam? Freed from all those inner pressures because of which we are bound by doing the karma and getting the result. They are all called as vasanas and wrong notions, wrong understandings, where we take this world alone is real. ये सारे कर्म रूपी बंधन में हमें ढकेलने वाले सारे वासना से लेकर हैबिट्स तक, इन सबको छुटकारा, इन सबसे छुटकारा. We want to get vimokshanam from all these karma bandhanam. That was the sankalpa. And what is the sankalpa second? Nishreyasam param. We have to have that experience of this self. See, the goal is of absolute truth, but the means adopted here is upasana. Is it not? And there also, absolute truth is the goal, and the upasana was a Mahat Brahma. But to inspire us in the Ishataitya Upanishad, after every upasana prakriya, whether it is Samhita Upasana, whether it is Vyahruti Upasana, Antarakasha Hrudayastha Jiva Upasana, or now we are seeing the, what do you call the latest one? Pangta Upasana, Prana Upasana. Through all of them, as if the worldly results are kept in front of us. When you do the upasana of Mahat Brahma this way, these are the results you accrue in the world outside. So by the evening class and morning class, putting together What three, four things we have to understand is, first, theoretically, we have to become thorough regarding the goal of Paramatma and the means of the upasanas of Saguna Sakara, therefore, after the meditation on the Nirguna. Then, to inspire ourselves, some results are put in front of us. So, at least for the sake of the results, we have to keep on doing upasana. At a higher level, only one goal. We will not compromise with anything else. Only Paramatma. Therefore, even though such en route results come during upasana, we don't get caught up or stuck up at that level. We keep on moving. When we keep on moving that way, the result is, as expected, karma bandha vimokshanam, qualification for initiation through the ability to meditate and know the truth. So that in the Veda Kala is told as the Mahat Brahma Upasana, Hiranyagarbha Upasana. That Mahat Brahma Hiranyagarbha Vaidika period, because little incomprehensible it is for the people who have come later on in the later yugas. In that Purana Yuga or in this Treta, Dwapara and Kali, same Mahat Brahma is mentioned as all the Devata Rupas. Clear? So here Bhagavan Krishna, he is giving the upasana of same Mahat Brahma as his own self in the form of Maha Vishnu Narayana Bhagavan. Shankha Chakra Gada Padma Dhari. If you say Lord Krishna ka mujhe acha hai puja lagta hai karna more than Vishnu, so you do to him. If you say no Treta Yuga Rama, I will do. But what we have to understand is, without doing the upasana for a lot of time, our inner wrong makeups will not change. The inner wrong makeups, they are called as the vikshepas. They are called as the imaginations, projections of the world taken as reality. That will not go. We will never be able to actualize the theory into practice or experience without the inevitable intermediate sadhana of the upasana. That is why you can see whether the people of achievements of this world, whether the peoples are achievers of the other worlds, whether the people have grown into higher and higher levels, whether the people have recognized the self. In and through their lives of every one of them, there was a sufficient period of time where they spent it in the upasana. उपासना के द्वारा ही जो भावनाएं नोशंस हैं जो जगत सत्य के बारे में सब चले आते. नहीं किया उपासना तो वो भावनाएं जो ध्यान के लिए बाद में योग्य होंगे वो नहीं आएंगे, नहीं आएंगे, नहीं आएंगे. With all the intellectual knowledge, we still remain as a jiva, we still remain as the deha, we still remain as a part of this world, we still remain as the desirer, we still remain as the doer to get the desires fulfilled. Those higher experiences of our real jiva bhava, that it can with effort evolve life after the life, even the higher experience in that I am the Shuddha Sadgana Siddhana Anandagana, all of them just remain in books only. At the most, a little information in our intellects. Upasana must be an inseparable part of our everyday life. And always remember, when we take this commitment decision of doing upasana every day in our life, equally at the very moment we have to understand, accept and commit for the other thing, that these upasanas have to be done in both the ways, the dravya as well as bhavana. Pradhanyata of the dravya and pradhanyata of the bhava. Here also, without bringing the bhavana of Bhagavan being the upasya and the upasaka and the bhavana of the bhakti, shraddha, without these things, merely even when we do the upasana, only with the dravya, focusing only on the steps, without bringing the bhavana, it is as good as not doing or not getting benefit of it. So none of these details should be missed from our mind. And in Upasana Bhagavan, in our own layman's language, you see, the 5-6 things are what? One, we have selected one Aradhya Ishtadaivam. Here it is Bhagavan Vishnu. Since you have selected the place where you are putting him, it is a puja room or it is maybe mandiram. If the whole community together makes it, it's a mandir. In your own house, it is mandiram. Okay, first the God selected, second the place is selected and is put there. Then third one is one for everyday upasana. What are the dravyas that are required? We have to procure them. Some are long lasting, some have to be brought every day. Keep them ready. Then we have to be thorough in the prakriyas of upasana from the step one onwards. From step 1, the Asamanana onwards, from the step 2, 3, the Dhyanam onwards, till we do Udvasanam of the Lord after the Parikrama, after the Prarthana to the Lord for which we have done his Upasana. We must know all those steps. Okay, first one is selected God. Second is found a place for him and kept him there. Third one is all the dravyams required are procured and kept. Fourth one is entire steps are known, process of the upasana steps from A to Z, and they are practiced. These are the four things. Then the fifth one is most crucial is that ki, as a result of everyday upasana, we have to find the Lord's presence so conspicuously in those idols where we are doing upasana. If this transformation doesn't happen, we have not done upasana at all. For that only, what he said is, when you are following the prakriyas every day of all steps, please bring the bhavana that you are doing that upasana to that selected Lord. He is seated there alive. To him only you are doing. It may be salagrama there. But when a mantra is chanted Padyam Samarpayami, you have to visualize the pada of Paramatma Narayana in that salagrama, and to him you are actually doing Abhishek. If these bhavanas at every step are not brought, then slowly the upasana becomes kevala mechanical, in which the hands are doing what are outer work to be done in the upasana. Mind is never involved with bhavana and bhakti. That will never change our inner makeup of seeing this idol as a god. Without that transformation at a higher level, seeing the entire gross world as the manifestation of Paramatma, which is our next goal, that also will never happen. Therefore, let us recheck and restart our Upasana Prakriyas, which many of us must be doing from decades together. That, along with the number of time hours spent there, along with the Upasana steps followed, along with all the dravyams in a good big manner used or brought, did we, or how many times, or how strongly, deeply we did the bhavana of Bhagavan in the Murti. This is the main thing from today we have to think about ourselves. Okay? While doing Upasana, how much of my mind's attention and the feeling was there, accepting the idol to be my own ideal, the Lord. To him only I am doing. The number of times I remembered the God there, the depth of the remembrance, the intensity of remembrance is the only one which is going to help us. Not only doing the Abhishekadi with the hands where the mind is gone somewhere else. It is not Upasana at all. What is Upasana or Puja? Nikrushta Vastuni Utkrishta Bhavana. Why is it to be done? Because in the Utkrishta Paramatma, the Nikrushta Jagat is superimposed, and we have taken it as reality so much that our life is only at that level going on. And that's the cause of samsara. This is so beautifully brought out in our last 10-12 days study of Drugdrishya Vivekam. How the Maya Shakti wields the self or the truth or reality through its Avarana Shakti. Then how its Vikshepa Shakti is projecting the non-existing world on the Paramatma. After which, now there is no stoppage to the whims and fancies and imaginations of the mind with all the inner thoughts of desires, etc. then he has become a pakka samsari by living life only as if for this deha to get the things of the world. Pakka samsari. Drugdushya, wonderful. अंतर्दृग्दुषे और भेदम बहिश्च ब्रह्म सर्गयो आवृणोति अपराशक्ति सा संसारस्य कारणम्. These are the few shlokas, very good they are said. Same also, that theory what is taught there. To get the experience of Paramatma, the practices are these upasanas. Upasana is not mechanical. Upasana is not action oriented only. Upasana is not the only dravya drishti. It is all to the Lord you are giving. Like in every day's activity also at home, cooking, serving is not important. But cooking and serving to whom? Is it not? And to whom again is secondary or first point. There is a second point in that. To that person whom we are cooking and serving, how is our attitude? That's what ultimately decides our cooking and serving, whether it is a seva, whether it's an expression of prema, whether it is a real fulfillment of the dharma, the duty of doing all that, or you have just done it mechanically. Then the women of the house always remembers to the in-laws, the husband and the children. To them, for them, she is making all the arrangements of house every day. Secondly, and who are they? Related to her in one way or the other. And she has that type of respect, reverence, love, whatever is required while doing so. In fact, in this way, consciously doing the household work to all the people with that respectful, reverential bhavana is the grahasthashrama upasana. Is it not like to the in-laws? No, they are the ones because of whom this husband born, so I am married to him. So my gratefulness to them that is expressed through this upasana of giving them whatever the food, tea, coffee, or any medical requirements. If she does that, she is already doing upasana. And where is her attention? The grateful respect, reverence to them. That is what is required in the heart. One day they will go, but the gratefulness, respect, reverence continues. When they go away at the physical level, you may not do the upasana because they are not there. But in the mind and heart, you always remain as bhakta to her. Bhakta means the what you say, the wonderful, loving daughter-in-law. Is it not? Same way to the husband, working hard throughout the day, getting the salary or money for the whole house management. Is it not? And such a support, companion, caring, sharing. Therefore, that understanding about the role of that person in the life, husband, therefore, contributing to his contribution through the loving service is called the Pati Upasana. So too he will do. By the time I come home every day, everything is ready. In morning, by the time I get up, she keeps everything is ready. Because of her presence, the whole house is alive, active, dynamic. She coaxes, she prompts, she inspires everybody to do their duties. Wonderful. So in that way, when he brings her good things whenever required, all that, it is called his upasana. See, value of the person, and therefore acknowledging that value by serving through that prema or bhakti. तो भगवान है, भगवान बहुत महान है, भगवान को हमें प्रेम करना है, भगवान को हम सेवा से प्रेम को व्यक्त करना है. If these things are understood, you have understood everything. And do it practically. So in terms of the Bhagavan, we are now, for example's sake, talking at home. So to the children. As in not the children, what a joy they give by giving the opportunity to invoke and express that prema, the vatsalya bhava. So my children, they are going to serve me in future. They are going to serve the world. There will be a great assets contributions. Therefore, giving them lovingly all the nurturement, nourishment, all that. That's called childopasana. See? Sasopasana, husbandopasana, childopasana. every day should be done at home by her. So too the husband. In-law pasana, in-laws. Wife-opasana, child-opasana, children-opasana. Joy, life will become wonderful. Like I also have to do Shrotopasana. That's such wonderful people you come and sit and listen and give me a chance to talk. Therefore, heart in heart, I pray for you. And in any other manner which is suitable, I extend my prema or love by serving you. Life is this. While doing all that, what's happening? My identity with my deha, my mind's chapalata of unnecessary bhogata, which is actually there's no need of it. One that disease comes, it's endless. And that is the cause of the entire samsara. That starts going away. The same person who served at home as an ideal husband, father, and son, he is continuing. My office is the my puja sthanam. There all I have to do is puja. Then boss also, boss upasana, subordinate upasana, colleague upasana. All these we have to do. But none of them give us liberation because they still catch us up to the relativity level. They won't give liberation ultimate, but they give a joyful fulfillment in the living because you are doing the correct thing. But what gives liberation is same type of upasana done to Bhagavan. That's what we are being taught by Krishna. भगवान का आराधना उपासना भावना से करते रहना. A day will come. What is the state of mind of the great so-called devotees of Tulsidas or Mirabai and all of them? And what is our drishti? We both are in the same world. They are and we are. Both of us have same upadhis of Dehendra Manabuddhi. They are also. Both of us have almost same people around us, relatives, etc., except one or two changes. Now, what is the difference in them and us? If we know, we understood everything. Clear? Only one thing that also, not two. For them, be attentive. Entire Jagat is Bhagavan Mayam. For us, it has not yet happened. How did it happen to them? They did upasana. And definitely it was not the upasana one day or one life. Many lives consistently done. That is what. Many years consistently you do the upasana. That stone saying that is Vishnu, then he becomes Vishnu for me. If I don't start at all, it will never happen. Even if I start and do for many years, but every day if I don't imagine or project Vishnu Murti in that idol will not be accepted by me as Vishnu. And also, the upasana will not be so prabala, and therefore, even the arrival of Vishnu also will not be. On the other hand, with bhavana, with the projection of Bhagavan Vishnu in that murti, when we do, in that murti it is Vishnu. That bhava becomes druda to us. So too, Vishnu murti will express through it because yad bhavam tad bhavati, that Vishnu will bless. That expression of Vishnu is both forms, both ways. One, if you ask him, he will show his Shankara Gada Padma Rupa and go. If you don't ask it, it's okay. But the other result is, with whatever the Sankalpa you are doing Upasana, they are answered. If your Sankalpa is Dharmartha Kama, wo de denge. If the Sankalpa is Moksha, wo de denge. Moksha is only through Jnanam. Jnanam experiential. That everything is one truth alone. In that one truth only, everything is imagined, projected. And a big show, Leela play, is going on in the universe. That is the final state of Mukti through Jnana. Okay? So, keep all these things listening and become stronger in them. All said and done, start having the puja room in your house. And as I told you, don't make your in-laws and wife seated in that puja room, do their abhishek, etc. Spare them. But your own Ishtadeva, Narayana, Lagadena, Karna, please. Why this disease 2.5 years came, Corona, to tell us. पूजा करो ना, ध्यान करो ना, सत्संग करो ना, स्वाध्याय करो ना, प्रेम करो ना, सेवा करो ना, हंसना करो ना। हम कहते हैं ना करो जिंदगी भर। कोरोना केम वेरी perfect name. The disease can be or the bacteria mentioned in many ways. यही नाम जो ये भी लीला है, प्रभु का अपरंपार लीला में भी लीला है. So nearest to us. You may say corona in English or it's a different derivative. वो कुछ भी होने दो, हम उसको कोरोना करके ले बुलाने से हमको फायदा हो रहा है कि नहीं? फायदा उठाना हमारा काम. So those 2 years, if we had stuck to our upasanas, definitely it would have brought a change. Even now. Now in all our houses, Devata is there anyway, Puja Mandir. Now we do it with all the bhavana, all the steps that are given, all the dravyas that are mentioned. So this much is known, very good. Some more instructions, some more details, we'll see tomorrow, day after also, continuing the chapter. Now, till what point we came yesterday in our study in our 27th chapter, as Bhagavan is explaining step by step about upasanas. Yesterday we have come up to Ki Shuchihi. I am seeing straight away the verse number 18. Before that, those 16, 17 verses, a beautiful thought was Ki with Shraddha, even you offer the pani, that will make me happy. With the same Shraddha, when you offer Gandha, Dhupa, Sumanasa, Deepa, Annadyam, what to talk about, how much it makes me happy. Is it not? Pani offer karo, main khush hu. But you tried and you got the objects and you offered. What? The Chandanam, Dhupaha, Agarbatti, Sumanasaha, flowers, Deepaha, Deepadarshanam, Annadyam, Naivedyam, Tambulam. ये सब भी करते हो तो और कितना खुश हो जाऊंगा मैं. But with Shraddha. But with Bhakti. So, am I interested in the water or am I interested in the lavish offerings of the dravya called as Gandha, Dhupa, Sumanasa, Deepa, Nadyam? The Lord is asking. He is saying, I am not interested in them, I am interested in your Bhakti Shraddha. Bhakti Shraddha से थोड़ा दो भी चलेगा, ज़्यादा दो और बढ़िया चलेगा. Now the second point is important. Without Bhakti Shraddha, कुछ भी नहीं दो या थोड़ा दो या दो lot of, that will not make me happy. न मे तोषाय कल्पते. ठीक है, भूरि अपि अभक्त उपहृतम न मे तोषाय कल्पते. So the 17th verse का ना those two lines. This second line of the 16th verse, first line of the 17th verse should be written on the wall. What is said there? Shraddhayopahrutam preshtam bhaktena mama varyapi. Bhaktena mama bhaktena shraddhaya upayitam varyapi mama preshtam. With my devotee, when he with Shraddha brings even a water to me, that's most desirous to me and makes me very happy. Line 1. Line 2. Bhuryapi abhakta upahrutam name toshaya kalvate. Bhuryapi. Lots of naivedyas or lots of the dravyas of high quality, lot of money spent is done. But abhakta upahrutam, in him the bhavana bhakti consistently is not there. That the Lord is seated there because of him only everything I got. Now I am caught up in the world. To come out of that, whatever I have, out of my love, respect, devotion, and reverence to him, I am offering to him. Yesterday we chanted that आरती वाला मंत्र, तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लागे मेरा. If that bhavana is not coming, instead of that, all big things he made for puja arrangements and his attention only on the people who are appreciating these preparations of the puja of the Lord. If that is attention, not on the God, Bhagavan will not receive anyone. You understand? That we explained 3 days back. If you see with that example, when we go to the houses of people, we go and see the puja room first. We are not attracted or interested in the external sangmarmar with which they are all made. Though that also shows a type of beautiful interest and shraddha. That is the arrangements. But did you worship that Lord every day or not? That is what is felt by us. We see that one. That doesn't mean so we do only upasana. Even though it is possible, we don't make the good arrangements, good dravya, etc. ये भी नहीं करना. No, when you achieve both, then what's happening? With all the Shraddha, the best of the things were happening. One side, the Lord is pleased. Second side, you experience the joy of offering. Most third important thing is what? Our life always becomes, remember, listen carefully, the loving offering of ourselves along with whatever we have to the Lord. This is called as bhakti. This is called as upasana. This is what is called as the upasana prakriyas have become now adhyatmika sadhanas. So joyfully, willingly, whatever I have, I am offering all of them to the Lord, including myself. When this is achieved through the upasana, automatically you have achieved the spiritual growth, where in spirituality nothing belongs to me. I myself belong to the Lord. Means what? The aham mama are not real. The real is the Purna Aham, that is Paramatma. To that we are becoming qualified. That is what is the spiritual benefit through these upasanas. But all said and done, dravyams, remember, prakriyas, remember, and the Shraddha Bhakti. All the three are required. Dravyam is the material things, the prakriyas are steps involved in doing the puja, then the Bhakti, Shraddha, Bhavana continuously, constantly. And the sign of that is what? Okay, when you are doing upasana, the tears come in the eyes of joy and love that Bhagavan has come to my house to receive these naivedyams from me. Then there's a full loving application, whether it is chandanam, kumkumam, कोई भी कर रहे हो ना, आप जैसे आपने बच्चों को वगैरह करते हो या अपने आप को करते हो, उतना ही प्रेम और आनंद का वहाँ व्यक्तिकरण हो रहा है. मतलब we are correctly doing puja. Puja is bhavanatmakam, then kriyatmakam, then dravyatmakam. भावनात्मक मीन्स पूजा का आत्मा भावना है, बाद में ही क्रिया है, उसके बाद ही द्रव्य है. That's what is seen in 16, 17, 18 shlokas. Now the 19th onwards, Bhagavan started giving us details. Shuchihi, it was very clear. Shuchi includes our own bath and taken Shuchi. Then the entire puja mandiram is made Shuchi, etc. Pure. There is no ashuchi of anything should be there. Shuchi. First word is written is Shuchi. In the process of upasana, आपका पूजा मंदिर हर दिन पहुंचना करके उसको साफ करना चाहिए. हर दिन. As long as you have the energy in the body to do, then let others do afterwards. But Shuchi. That feeling that I am cleaning the puja room to do puja to God, etc., itself is an offering there. Practically doing. Okay. Second one is Sambhruta Sambharaha. Exhaustively we saw yesterday. Whether they are the patras, whether they are the all the usable items for the upasana, right from water onwards up to the cloth to wipe the Lord. In between all those 20-30 items, all the sambhara are kept ready there. Sambhruta Sambharaha. So what are there in that? Dhupa, Deepa, Naivedya, Karpura, all of them. Tulasi Dalam, in the Naivedya, whatever you want to offer, and whatever the Patram Pushpam, Pushpamalam, is called as Sambharaha, Sambhrutaha. They are very fully maintained. Brought every day. खुद को ही तैयार है ना. When you become very old, then ask the servants to make arrangements. But for few years, याद रख लो, खुद सारे चीज करने का हमें अभ्यास करके एंजॉय करना. No, this is again, though little out of topic, little into the topic. I'm sure it is a helpful suggestion in our life, by taking our own responsibility and charge, we have to do everything in our life, at least for some certain period, both to know how difficult it is to do and also how joyful it is to do, and also to feel that I have done that feeling. Please remember, we go on car for thousands of times driven by driver. एक आध बार हम खुद को ट्राई करके देखते हैं, देन ओनली यू विल नो द जॉय ऑफ ड्राइविंग एंड जॉय ऑफ बीइंग a driver and the difficulty in driving. We must do cooking for 1 2 months or a year ourselves and eat. Then you know all the in and out of that process. We have to do the washing of our own clothes for some days. जितने भी rich हो, then you know the difficulties involved in that. You have to clean your own house for some time. 1 महीना 2 महीना 3 महीना, फिर तब पता चलता है कि क्या हो रहा है. Then you have all the clarity, authority, clarity of what work involves in that. Then you already done, so you can guide others also, and then you can acknowledge when others are doing later on. We must go to our garden and do the gardening by ourselves for some months. तभी जाकर उसको हमको मजा होता है. We should go to the vegetable market, fruit market, and all these grocery shop, and we must procure the item by ourselves. कुछ साल ऐसे करना है, कुछ महीने, तभी इन्हें, क्योंकि ये whatever say they are said so far, through all of them we are benefited. No, I'm living in my house, then why not clean it? I use my clothes, why not wash them? I enjoy the beautiful garden, and why not make it? Just because I have money, I appoint servants everywhere and give them money and do that. You do later. That's anyway you have to do, because once you become spiritual, you need time for your studies, swadhyaya, sadhana, dhyanam. But before that, to know that I am enjoying all those sevas with people, to know that we ourselves have to involve. You must go and pay that current bill. You must go and do that. What are the tax that has to be done? Today is the last day of filing the income tax returns. क्या कहते हैं नहीं पता मेरे को. All that language, etc. they speak. In the same way, in the mandira, we must go and do all the pujas. Banao, even if you're a man, make a pula mala, then you will know it. कि पुष्प माला बनने में कितनी मुश्किलात होता है. Such persons who involve in all of them by themselves, they grow very fast, because they are not vague, they are not non-practical. They are clear because they were practical about everything. खुद करना. Few things I mentioned like that. In my life, whatever the things I am involving in, I am using, I must do them. बर्तन मांजने का, खाते रहो ना, मांजो बर्तन. BMW बर्तन मांजने वाला और वाली, you must do. Then only all these upasanas भी हम खुद करके उसके आनंद लेना. We have done all that. I'm not just saying in none of these things we are speaking without doing, and we know the joy of it. We know the joy of planting a plant. When the first flower comes, how joyful when the flower, I can't tell you, जब कहते हैं तो body में horripilation हो रहा है. That was the joy. Because we have planted, we watered, we protected, we waited. And that first flower when taken and kept at the feet of Paramatma, God, Gurudev, it was so beautiful thing. And the joy of making this Naivedyam to the Lord so many times. Cutting the fruits, that is minimum, at least that much. But even कभी पुलिहोदर है, दो ना, जो दक्षिण भगवान को पसंद वाले जो बनाते हैं, खुद बना के देना. How many times we took that stone, took that chandan ka lakdi and घिस कर chandan निकाल के. In our initial days of upasana, at least I remember for 6 7 years in my puja room, always that stone was there in the chandan ka lakdi. 2 3 variety के मंगाते थे, शॉप में खरीदे ही, not from Veerappan or anybody. This smuggled one, very costly, 200 rupees one. उन दिनों में इतना ही, but daily घिस कर निकाल के रखना. If I am telling you, I remember that all beautiful. हाँ, हल्दी लाकर उसको पाउडर करके डिब्बा में रखना और डेली पुटिंग इट. Everything is joyful there. We made pushpamalas. Although they didn't appear so beautiful, but Bhagavan accepted it. So चंदन घिस के लगाए, फूल मालाएं लाके रखे, बना के दी, फूल. Then there were some fruits. Guava fruit was their tree, वो लेके भगवान को ऑफर किया. So involve ourselves in the sadhana. I am talking शुचि संभृत संभारः so exhaustively. हर चीज का रख लो तैयार करके. Then you order others later on to save your time. They will procure. Is it not? I'm enjoying these things nowadays myself. कि all things I do सारे तैयार करके जितना हो सके, तेरा 4-5 तुलसी के प्लांट्स हैं, लेकर थोड़ा कर दो. All flowers and all I can't manage. I can't be a Mali with 6 classes and all. So in this way, Sambrata Sambharaha. Then we have seen Pragdarbhai Kalpidasanaha, selection about the asanam, sticking to that, it is told. Then those who say, Swamiji, we are old now, we can't sit on the ground. Then you just put the idol of the Lord at your own height level in a table corner. You sit in the chair and do. Bhagavan will not mind. देखो, don't be having that funny notion of नीचे बैठ कर ही करना and get all the घुटना दर्द and भगवान will have to leave his work of managing the world to do your मालिश. सर जो जरा चकराए वाला मालिश करने के लिए भगवान को मत बुलाना, घुटना जो चकराए. सेम टाइम नहीं कर पा रहा, वाइट करा रहा नीचे, इसलिए मैं करूंगा भी नहीं, ये भी नहीं करना. Don't be that a ziddi fellow. I do only when I sit on the ground. If not, I will not do. It is wrong. Doing is right. If possible, on the ground seated. If not, on the chair. You know, like when we do all the Samashti Puja, etc. ऑल द एल्डरली माता लोग वो आते हैं, सब के लिए सामने टेबल लगा के फिर उनको कुर्सी बैठने को, फिर वहां भी पुटे पत्थर इन दैट चंदन कुंकुम देन गणपति और एनी गॉड एंड ऑल दैट पुष्प, देन आराम से बैठकर वो लोग पूजा करते. हंड्रेड्स ऑफ टाइम्स वी मेड देम डू. या कंफर्टेबली दे सैट विदाउट एनी डिस्ट्रैक्शन ऑफ बॉडीली पेन्स दे हैव डन. So therefore, when it is said about asanam, let the asanam be made up of dharma, but need not be on the ground if you can't sit. If you have physical problem, sit on the chair and aram se karo. No doubt again about this should happen. Proper table, idols, chair, badhiya asa. Very good. After age of 58, 60, sometimes it is difficult. Is it not? Clear? Then direction is east or north. Very clearly told. And you are facing the Bhagavan. So when Bhagavan is facing west, I am facing east. When Bhagavan is facing south, I am facing north. In that way, Bhagavan mere samne hai. That is what? Asinaha prak udagva. Prak eastern, udag is northern. Ava. Arched. Arched, you should do the upasana. Archayam atha sammukha. Don't forget this. You are sammukha to the archa. ये तो मजाक में कहने की बात है कि आप पूजा उनका कर रहे हो, देख और कहीं रहे हो, और वो भी आपसे उपासना ले रहे और कहीं देख रहे हैं, वो बनता नहीं बात. You have to look at him and do upasana. He looks at you and takes the upasana. It is possible when you are amne samne. But when in a performantial puja, when the puja is getting done with the guidance of Panditji, then also when the audience are there to see, at that time the Lord is like this, puja is that side, you are this side, or you are this side, for that side, then he is guiding you, you are doing, others also see. Sitting position is like that, but your drushti is always on God. वो तो मत भूलना. If audience are not there, then पुजारी साइड पे बैठेंगे, आप सामने ही बैठे हो, गाइड करते रहेंगे, जा करना. Like you have seen our Prime Minister and all, जब कभी वो काशी विश्वनाथ जाते हैं, and recently those 3-4 pujas. So the Lord is there, He is there, the puja is guiding. He went on doing, even during the Corona kal, दूर बैठकर मास्क में लगाकर, how nicely they did all that. Up to this we have seen. Now next one, krutanyasah krutanyasam madarcham paninam mrujet kalasham prokshaniyam cha yathavat upasadhayet. So in this the 4 topics are told. First, krutanyasam. So the anganyasa, karanyasa and hridayanyasa we have to do, in which the Bhagavan in different rupa is invoked in us. Like in Shiva, Om Agnihotraatmane Angushtabhyam Namaha, Darshapurnamasaatmane Darjaniyabhyam Namaha, Chaturmasyatmane Madhyavabhyam Namaha, Niruda Pashubandhatmane Anamikabhyam Namaha, Jyotishtomatmane Kanishtikabhyam Namaha, Sarvakratvatmane Karatala Karapushtabhyam Namaha. This is called as the Karanyasa. Then Agnihotraatmane Hridayaya Namaha, Darshapurnamasaatmane Sharse Swaha, Chaturmasyatmane Shikhai Vashada, Niruda Pashubandhatmane Kavachai Hom, Jyotishtomatmane Netratraya Yavoshada, सर्वकृत्वात्मने अस्त्राय फट भूर्भुवस्वरोमिति दिग्बन्धः is called as Hridayanyasa. Then Anganyasa, for Shiva it is there. Athatmanam Shivatmanam Sri Rudrupam Dhyayet. Before that he says, Pradhanya Brahma Tishtadu, Padayor Vishnu Tishtadu, Asyor Haras Tishtadu, Mahor Indras Tishtadu, Urdeshvas Tishtadu, Kantevasvas Tishtadu, Bhakte Saraswati Tishtadu, Rasgayor Vayus Tishtadu, Naino Chandraditya Tishtedam, Karaniyo Ratino Rashno Tishtedam, Lalade Rudras Tishtantu, Murni Adityas तिष्ठन्तु शिरसि महादेवस्तिष्ठतु शिखायां वामदेवस्तिष्ठतु पृष्ठे पिनाकी तिष्ठतु पर्वतशूली तिष्ठतु पार्श्वयो शिवाशङ्करो तिष्ठेतां सर्वतो वायुस्तिष्ठतु ततो बहिः सर्वतोऽग्निर्ज्वालामाला परिवृतस्तिष्ठतु. In Shiva Puja, सर्वेषु अंगेषु सर्वा देवता यथास्थानं तिष्ठन्तु मां रक्षन्तु. It's called as Anga Puja, Anganyasa. Then Karanyasa I told you, Hridayanyasa, called Krutanyasa. Same way in the Lord also, we have to do the nyasam of every of the anga in that murti. It is a step followed. Sequence you can make later. One of the day we will explain you all the sequence. Here Bhagavan told Uddhava understands what is the sequence करके, है ना? शायद यहाँ पहले बैठकर पूजा पुष्प अर्पणा करो करके देन स्नान करो, ऐसा लिखे रहता है. इसका अर्थ नहीं कि पूजा करके स्नान कराना, स्नान करा के ही पूजा. सो दोज थिंग्स आगे पीछे वाले स्टेप्स यू मस्ट नो इट. टेक्स्ट में ऑल प्रक्रियास आर टोल्ड. सीक्वेंस में नीडेड टू बी चेंज्ड depending on the process required. Okay, that should be little hard, should not be any difficulty in understanding it. तो भगवान ऐसे पुजारी बनकर एक एक स्टेप शुरू से अंत तक ऐसा नहीं सीक्वेंशियली बताए, बट ही टोल्ड ऑल द स्टेप्स. एंड उद्धव एंड इवन दे आर इंटेलिजेंट कि कौन सा चीज पहले करनी है बाद में, वो तो कॉमन सेंस है. ओके, देन सेकंड स्टेप टोल्ड इन हियर इज व्हाट? मदर चाम पाणिना आमृजेतु. हमारा खुद का न्यास किया खरंगा, भगवान का भी किया. देन मदर चाम पाणिना आमृजेत मीन्स दैट भगवान का yesterday's whatever puja was done, chandanam or any pushpas, today they become nirmalyam next day morning. That nirmalyam has to be removed for the offering of the fresh things. Second step is this. Anganyas, Karanyas. Actually process may we do first nirmalya removal, then we do the steps. But remember that is one step to be done. Then kalasham prokshaniyam cha yathavaduk sadhaya. Then very important thing is the Purna Kumbha Kalasha Sthavana. The main Kumbha in which the Varunadi Devatas are invoked, Gangadi Nadis are invoked, with that Jalam only, because remember, all the Pavitri Karanas are done throughout the time of Puja. That is why that mantra Pushpam Yopam Pushpam Vedam Pushpavan Prajavan Pushpamadi Chandramama Apam Pushpam. In that, the entire Upasana is of the Jala Devata. And Jala Devata is the most purifier in all the processes. Thoda Jal touch bhi kiya to purification ka feeling. Because entire impurities are here in the Dravyams. Dravyams, all of them are out of the Bhumi. And Bhumi comes from the Jalam. Therefore, it's only the Jala which purifies the Bhumi or Prithvi. Prithvi made all the things. That is the truth. उसका भावना करोगे और उस भावना से पानी छिड़कोगे, so then the pavitram happens, purification. But that water has to put in kalasham, and that proper beautiful decoration of the kalasham we have seen in so many brahmanas doing upasana. पूरा जब 108 या 1000 कलशों का मस्तकाभिषेक है मानो भगवान का, you know, then they do one day before all of them seated in the night. Every kalasha, first they wash, they keep it clean it, then apply the chandanam to all of them or haldi, then pura usko धागे से वगैरह बांध कर करके, then they put the water and they put that, what is it, the patta, the mango leaves and all. In this way कलश को तैयार करना, and then they वरुण भगवान का उपासना करते हैं. So while doing all that, the vastram samarpayami, all that, then even the nariyal purna kumbham कहते हैं उसको. Then once that is done, that water is taken for the puja of the Lord throughout. That is what I said, kalasham prokshaniyam cha. Prokshaniyam Kalasham, that Kalasham in which when the water is invoked and the Varuna Deva is done with puja, which will be used for other upasana purposes, yathavad upasadayet. It has to be procured and kept there. So इसमें सारे तैयारियां कर चुके हैं. Then in this process of upasana steps, put the hand on that in which the water is filled already, akshitas are put already, and the mango leaves also put already. Keep the hand and you chant the mantra. So, Gange Chamane Krishna Godavari. Or if you do the entire thing, Kalashasya Mukhe Vishnu Kante Rudra Samashada, all that. This is what is one step systematically. Pehle Krutanyasam. Second is Madarcham Padinam Murjet. Third, Kalasham Prokshaniyam made ready. These are all the steps. And when you are in travel, when you are in different occasions, इसमें जो भी alterations हो सकते हैं, which can be added or all that. अब ऐसा ही करोगे तो पूरा तुमको पुण्य मिलेगा, नहीं तो नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. Is it not? You have to have in mind the important steps and processes and bhavanas. Keep doing them. Thereafter, tadadbhira devayajanam dravyani atmanameva cha proksha patrani trinyadbihi traistaihi dravyaisya sadhayet. This is the next step. Tadadbihi. With that water of the kalasha, which is properly mantrita upasita. Doing so, all rivers are invoked in that. Bhagavan Varuna is invoked. Okay. With that water, tadadbihi devayajanam, the Lord whose worship we are doing to him through the prokshanam and mantra, the shuddhikaranam is done. Apavitra pavitrova sarvavastangatopi va yasmare pundarikaksham sa bahya abhyantara shuchihi. In this way, devayajanam, unko thoda prokshan with the same leaves or other flower you take, do the prokshanam. So to dravyani, all the dravyas which we are using, whatever dusra bura nazar hoya, in any reason, by any means, slightest impurity, if at all any there, that with this jala prokshanam, the impurity goes away, then the dravya becomes pavitra enough to be offered to Bhagavan. It's a compulsory step. Any naivedyam you offer to Bhagavan, even बाहर से खरीद के लाते हो मिठाइयाँ फल, आजकल के दिनों में प्रोक्षण करना है उसको. So that all the non-offerable negative feelings, whatever there in that goes away. That's the mantra, that is the uddeshya. That's how it happens too. So, after doing the Bhagavan, Devayajanam, then Dravyani, then Atmanam, we have to take the same jala and put on ourselves also. So that we, the pujari now, the puja karne wale, we also are purified. This is how Tatadbihi Devayajanam Dravyani Atmanevacha Proksha. Having done the Prokshana. Proksha means properly sprinkling. That's the meaning. Then Patrani Trini Adbihi Tahi Dravyesha Sadhayat. From this Purna Kumbha, बड़ा आला जिसका हमने पूजा किया, 3 छोटे-छोटे कुंभों में पानी उसमें डालना. ये पात्राणी कहाँ यहाँ. So this can be the glass and spoon type, whatever they are there, whichever are available to you. If they are preferable, are always the kalasha rupa only. 3 he is telling to procure. In those 3, again the main one जिसका पूजा आपने किया, चंदन कुमकुम लगा, same way you do. And that water of the main Purna Kumbha is offered into these 3. Put. Why these 3 पात्राणी, जिनको पूरा अलंकरण करके वो पानी से भरा, पाद्य अर्घ्य आचमनीय अर्थम, फॉर डूइंग पाद्यम अर्घ्यम आचमनीय टू द लॉर्ड. भगवान का पांव धोने के लिए 1 कलश का पानी, अर्घ्यम दूसरा और आचमनम तीसरा. So separately you keep it, it looks decent. Some places the facilities are not there, then the 3 patras should always be different. The main kalasham in which the invocation is done. Another kalasham in which you offer the water, that is instead of these 3, 1 with which you can do padya arghya आचमनियम. Other than these 2, the third one is जिसके साथ आप आचमन कर रहे हो. This आचमन should not be used the same thing for the upasana of God. ये अपने लिए है, भगवान का अलग. ये मिनिमम है, मन में रख ले. So there we have reduced 2 patra. 3 को 1 कर दिया और main kalasham तो हो ही गया. And then this patra for our own achamanam ityadi. So, and these 3 kalasham which are used for padya, they can be mantrita. In that, through mantra, the divinity is invoked. That is what said here. Padya arghya achamaniyartham trini patrani. Three patras. Daishika means the one who is sitting for upasana. He should do what? Hruda, Shirshna, Shikaya, Gayatriya cha Abhimantrayet. So, by touching patra here, one, second one here, third here, and chanting Gayatri mantra, they have to be made ready for doing Padya Argavachana. So, one kalasha with which you want to do the Padyam, take it, put to the heart, Hridaya Namaha, Om Bhurva Swat Savarenyam Bhargavadevimai, Devana Prachodayat. With this mantra and Hridaya Abhimantranam, this kalasha has become fit for using it the jala for padya of the god. पाँव धोने के लिए. Second one is for the arghyam. Another one. Then Om Shirase Swaha Bhurbo Swatsavarinyam Bhargo Devasya Dhyana Prachodayat. In that kalasha became fit for arghyam. Third one you take Om Sikhai Vashadom Bhurbo Swatsavarinyam Bhargo Devasya Dhyana Prachodayat Swaha. Is only 10, 15 seconds. Then Padya Arga Achmani ke liye 3 patra with jala with abhimantrana they are ready. And all these Veda mantras, remember, all jadoo is there in the mantras only. Some other day we'll discuss about it exhaustively. Mantra, Shabda Shakti का ही अचिंत्य शक्ति है शब्दों का. When the Shabda itself is achintya, when it is a mantra which is invoked by, which is revealed to the rishis and munis, which is expression of divinity alone, शब्द तो परमात्मा के स्वरूप है ना, उसमें कितनी दिव्यता शक्ति होगी. Therefore, as much as possible, while doing upasanas and all, मौन में नहीं करना, मंत्रों का उच्चारण करना, जितना हो सके उतना. Tomorrow we'll see that in our 8th Anuvaka of Pranavopasana. There about the Vedic Yajna, how the Omkara is used by Hota, Advaryu, Udgata, Brahma, Yajamana, all of that will be told. Om Shomiti Shastran Shagam Santi, Omitya Dvaryu Pratigaram Pratirunati, Omiti Brahmana Pravakshanna Prapnoti. All these mantras tell us how the through Pranava mantra all that is done. The Shakti of mantra I am saying. So mantrocharana karna. Okay, then after this is done now, most important topic. All things are done, but Bhagavan ko we have not invoked him them, no, in that idol. Now the two steps are, first step, in our own heart, we have to invoke Paramatma first. He is already there, but we become aware of him. Okay? After becoming aware of the Lord, through that process of prana pratishtha, we invoke the Lord in our heart into that idol, of which we are doing puja. So हमारे अंदर के आत्मदेव ही उधर पूजनीय देव. To him I named him as Vishnu because in that rupa I love to do it. Somebody Lord Shiva, somebody the mother. किसी भी रूप में है, परमात्मा एक ही होते हैं, सबके हृदय में है, उन्हीं का हम पूजा कर रहे हैं. This thought, if it is new to you, you are lucky. If you old, very good. But remember, the Lord in the heart alone is the Lord in the idol to whom we are doing puja. So in the next sloka, that will be told to us. Pinde vaivagni samshuddhe hrutpadmastam param mama anvim jiva kanam dhyayet nadante siddha bhavitam. Is little very sweet and technical hai. Exhaustively कल हम देखेंगे. Today this much. Pinde means this pindanda, the sharir of ours. Vayu agni samshuddhe. First do the pranayama and make it shuddha. Take the air from the left nostril, chant Gayatri and leave from the right and wash your hand. Then it is done pranayama. For purification of pranamaya kosha. Remember always, achamanam is done for purifying the mouth. Pranayama is done for purification of the pranamaya kosha. Sankalpa is done to make our mind focus towards the goal. Why we are doing it. So मन को, वाणी को, प्राण शक्ति को हम इंटीग्रेट करते हैं थ्रू दिस प्राणायाम, देन दिस आचमनम, देन दिस संकल्पम. So, through that, the purification is done. Then we become fit for the upasana without any distractions. So, pinde, vayu agni, samshuddhe. तो वायु के द्वारा, अग्नि के भावना के द्वारा, फीलिंग oneself शुद्ध, हृत पद्मस्ताम, in the hridaya padma, param mama जीव अन्वीम जीवकलाम ध्यायेतु nadante siddha bhavita. It's a very beautiful step it is, wherein luckily we are seeing in our morning class also, sayeshonta hridaya akashaha. In the hridaya akasha, the Paramatma only is appearing as Jiva. And what is that Paramatma there? Nadante Siddha Bhavitam. When the Siddha Purushas, after many lives of Omkara Nada Upasana, they master the Upasana Omkara and they start Om, they end the Om, at the end of the Om, to that absolute silence where they reach consciously. That conscious silence is called as Paramatma. That you feel in your heart. Him only we are bringing out in the form of our idol Vishnu Ityadi, we are doing upasana. Okay. Now, when you have all the Vedic way of meditation, why this is? Because Uddhavji did not understand Vedic. He asked it. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna gave all details. And there is no compulsion. You are able to straight away do the upasana according to Veda mantra and all, you reach out. Any time. Why these many upasanas variety are given? To this question, only one answer is suiting to different suitable people. And if person persistingly asks this question, it means that he is only a theory mongerer, he is not practical. The practical person should ask, among these things that are available, hey Guru, what is suitable to me? What I can do? He should learn for himself which thing he has to do and stick to doing that and reach out the goal without worrying about which master gave in which book at which period to which sadhaka, which sadhana. And don't observe the contemporary people of the world also and compare with them and get yourself frustrated and disturb them. These are all the egos which come when you are not disciplined under a guru with total surrender. Those people just do all spirituality erratically without any proper parampara or guidance or proper surrender. They along with spiritual informations become strong in ego. In that person, more than jignas and sadhana, the questions and doubts and finding the objectionable things, they come more. Protect yourself from all those. Okay. Now, after this is one taya atma bhutaya pinde vyapte sampujya tanmayaha avahya archadishu sthapya nesta angamam prapujya. That self in your heart whom you have invoked, then you bring him into the idol, then start the puja. What are those steps? Tomorrow we'll see that. Okay. Hari Om. Thank you. Now let us conclude today to enter into Ramayanam. Today Bhagavan Rama's Mahaparasthanam we start saying Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Krishna Chandra Bhagavana Ki Jai Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. In 2 minutes we join again.